up, everybody? Welcome into some SXL semi-finals. Tonight, we're going to be having Pitt Wrath as they take on WildBoyZ. This was the old Obey stack, the top dogs of comp. Rocked with it for like 3 seasons. These guys were unbeatable. But we've been saying that about a lot of teams. Pitt Wrath have been the upset kings. Coming at us the other day, they managed to behead the Giants. I mean, we seen CC, one of the greatest teams in all the competitive scene, get dropped down by them. I mean, it was an insane battle between the two teams. And now, the way these things lining up so far should be an absolute beauty. Now, the teams tonight, we've got Team 1 coming at you. That will be Pitt Wrath. They got Easton, Lil Sack, Vexy, Scarfs, and Dalton. On that last best of 3 series, we seen Scarfs go absolutely nuts. We seen Easton pull some beautiful rounds. We seen the old head Mr. Dalton rocking in there, getting the kills where it mattered. So right now, it is just a battle of the, we have the underdog story. This is a David and Goliath match. We know the outcome of that story. Sure, David took a beating that first round around. He came back in, beheaded that guy. We seen a giant fall. Tonight, we may see that again. I want some blood. Give me some blood. Team 2, though, the top dogs of the scene. We got WildBoyZ coming in here. Zaholy, Baddies, Bars, Snoozy, and a Dexy. Now, you may be looking at that and going, where the heck is Andy's term? Man's just ain't around right now. I understand that. Life happens. But we got some good ones to fill those roles in here. I mean, Bars has been an absolute king. Nobody is better than our GOAT, a Dexy. Sexy Dexy coming at you. Just bloodshed. A trail of tears behind them all season. These guys were kings. Let me pull up some records. We can talk about the teams just a little bit before we even look at the maps. Oh, man, I don't know where this Boston-style accent's coming from, but I'm going to roll with it for the stream. Let me go to the D1 standings. To end out the normal season, of course, these guys are making it up through playoffs. WildBoyZ came second in their division at 4-3. We flip up, though. Here comes our underdog story of Pitt Wrath, dead even at 4-3. 35-28 round count. Let's see. WildBoyZ 39-34. A little bit better, but we still have, just an absolute shootout. Some blood v blood and some amazing things happening. The map poll tonight, let's see if it did update to what we're playing now. I was having a little bit of issues with this earlier. Map 1 will be starting with Cafe. We're going to watch Pitt Wrath start their defenses out. Now, they did start them pretty strong the other day. Hopefully, it stays just as strong today. And let me go ping in the Twitch link. There we go. We got everybody in the lobby. Cafe should expect some heavy roam game to control it. Multi-floor control, the only way to play this map. Following that up by Bank. Bank, you tend to see a little bit more bunker, a little bit more site-focused play, but cross-holding. Don't allow that side push. Don't allow anybody to infiltrate and execute. Border. Man, border. It takes the best of both of those worlds, rips them up, shreds them. It's its own standalone style. You gotta push the sides, but you have to control the vert. There's no easy way about this map, and a lot of teams just don't tend to understand that. So, these 3 maps, I expect either some close games or an absolute blowout. I know looking at the chat, we seen a Dexy just ripping into Pitt Wrath saying, you don't belong. We're gonna beat you. You know, this ain't your spot. You should have never been here. But Pitt Wrath, they handed CC the L. They're coming to hand it over to WildBoyZ. And I'm hoping to see the underdogs turn into a top contender. Now, looking here at this bracket that came up through the season. Now, of course, it's going to say just WildBoyZ. No team names, just org names, because that's how the program is scripted and wrote up. But all these teams have been battling it and duking it out. With right now, the path is laid for 907, the 00 gaming team. One of the main rosters of them. They've been dominant all season. they're already prepping and ready for whoever they got to face grand finals. You know, they're sitting there licking their chops going, give us Pitt Wrath. We don't even want, Obey is going to be a challenge for us. Pitt Wrath, we're going to walk on them. But if Pitt Wrath manages to de-head the competition here tonight, we could be looking at one of the greatest upset teams we've ever seen in SXL. And my God, one of the best teams that could be in the competitive scene right now. And it's being headed by Z Dalton, the old head. We can only hope to see some good things. Let me just let them know that I'm ready. And we may be able to jump in here. Why? Tell them I'm ready. Let's see if the teams can get ready. Man, I'm just looking at this competition and thinking there is seriously nothing better than the way this season has been playing out. What we've been watching go down all season long. Oh, God, I forgot I shaved my face. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. I look horrible now. But just been some stellar games. I mean, all season, there's been upset after upset. A lot of these old head teams, a lot of these great startup, beautiful roster teams have been getting thrown all over the place by some of these new gens. I mean, we got Jaden coming in here. First season in SXL. He was, I think, MVP contention? I could be wrong. Fact check me on that, please, one of the admin staff. But he was up running for MVP. Now, MVP, I think they're getting their votes in more or less based on how these playoffs are playing out. There's a lot of players who are in contention now. I mean, we got a Dexy, just one of the many who should be up for grabs. I believe Scarf also up for grabs. Just all these teams ready to rock. There's Snoozy in lobby. That's what we were waiting on. Yeah, all these upset teams that are coming out of nowhere. I mean, Nebula went on a little bit of a rampage for a while. I know they did make playoffs. They got eliminated first round. Then we see Pitt Wrath all the way up to semis in their first season here. Expect some great things, because I certainly am. If these two teams, all these kind of rookie teams manage to come back and play another season here, I'm expecting them to make a finals. Next season, Pitt Wrath, if you don't make it here, you're making it in the next. There's simply nobody better at the current moment. But a huge shout out to SXL. This league has been going for ages. I mean, it's the third loop around, so at least 3 years running. I think it was longer than that. But this is the third iteration of the SXL. We got SWL, which runs all winter. We got SSL, which is the summer league. SXL to fill the space in between. Yeah, we don't want to do SFL. That's too close to the NFL. But the league runs, it goes. Looks like we got WildBoyZ all readied up. Defense going to Pitty and his team for Cafe. And we are ready to rock. We just respond to some DMs from some people while we're sitting here. Alright, yep. There we go. Responded to them, and we are going to Cafe. Like I said, be ready for the multi-floor holds. It's the only way to play this map. Let's get into it. Alrighty, welcome back into the game. Catching the band phase, we have the Blackbeard and the Mira out. Now, Mira tends to fall into one of the most banned operator categories. Blackbeard, his numbers are rising. I probably wouldn't put him quite up to what we seen at the peak Thatcher playstyle. He was banned out every single game. But Blackbeard definitely takes a lot of bans. Then we have a zombie off the board. Typically, I mean, you're going to see a zombie every single game. A zombie banned out with the Mira. Oh, I gotta go swap the overlay sides. Let me just go do that. And update. There we go. Now we'll have WildBoyZ showing their correct siding. Respond to that guy because he's wondering if I'm using OBS to do this, and which, sir, yes I am. OBS is one of the many great tools at our disposal. The overlays, thank you to Esports Dash, my buddy Gitago, Mr. Coop. You were one of the greatest to ever make overlays. And I'll say it flat out, one of the best production men ever.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Well, flipping in, there is the double shield ban coming here. It seems like Pitt Wrath may be a little bit scared of that opening setup that we can see with shields. They do have a castle on board. That should slow down some pushing, along with Dalton rocking that DMR or Rooney, I believe. Can't really tell you, he's got pistol out, but oh yeah, that was a DMR. I seen that rip. Him and Little Sack gonna keep sight on lock. Excuse me. Cotton mouth right now.
10 seconds to go.
Now this WildBoyZ attack is something that we tend to watch. Just, I don't want to say devolve to utter chaos because it's all methodical.
Attackers are moving.
It's a way to the wisdom of chaos and insanity. They bring a usual heavy attack, something that just screams, I'm going to pop you in the mouth and keep running. But right now, looking at this lineup, I'm going to say it doesn't play quite as heavy into that style, although we do see a Dexy, one of the best, I want to say the best to ever do it. Playing it in here now with the striker, and Baddies is already getting in and deep, pushing forward. They're pinging everything out for him. He has nobody really close and cover him. However, Snoozy's going in with the drones, starting to maybe pull some doorways. I really wouldn't be surprised if they rip everything open and send him flying. Although as the smoke grenade comes out, Baddies now has his free walkthrough. Drone coming in. Nobody even really around him except Vexy, who is holding the cross angle and holding it tight. What we need to be scared of now, if you're an Obey fan, or sorry, a WildBoyZ fan, Easton on that roam. Easton was slamming the other night, playing some very, very good gun skill of Siege. And honestly, he's a very good player. Someone that you should be keeping an eye on for your fantasy team if we ever decide to start doing that. Hard Breach coming in now, top red. We see a Dexy there, ready to gun and play. Lil Sack is just chilling. What an angle of everything being watched. Nobody is sitting BC. Here comes a Dexy getting ready to swing. If a Dexy walks through here and Lil Sack is ready, and right now it looks like he is, they are just going to be holding hands. Side to side for one another. Snoozy able to get a pick there onto Vexy, and a Dexy feeds himself to Lil Sack, except maybe a Dexy can see that red dot. I don't think so. Free one for Lil Sack? He's just letting him go. Whipping the headshot there onto Baddies, finding the 2K. Swings it for 3. What the heck was that? Dude just gave up some control. Immediately pulled the rug from underneath their feet. Swinging for 3. Almost finding 4 as he lays some damage onto Snoozy. Not enough to shut him down. And we see Lil Sack, who may be prepping to jump out. His scarf slams down bars. Now Snoozy to the 1v4. All on his lonesome. This is definitely not the playstyle Obey was ready for. We see Pitt Wrath saying, hey, if you're going to give us a round, we're going to take full advantage of that. But that's not to say nothing. Snoozy can still start out this map with an ace. And really, if you know Obey and you know their playstyle, that would not be too uncommon for them. I mean, that is an entirely a real possibility. And as we can see here, with Lil Sack playing as aggressive as he is, he may feed his life and put it forfeit. With 15 seconds, though, Bars has just got to maybe make a swing here and take a kill. He does find one, but Easton is there, coming back up off his flank to red stairs and shot him down. So we see Pitt Wrath pull the first round of the map in their favor. Do you think that quiets down some of the haters on Obey who were saying we're just going to beat you clean 7-0, 7-0? I mean, for me, it certainly would. Oh, I don't have... Oh, really? Replay feature is broken right now. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I did catch that on a replay. If somebody, though, wants to go back and pull that feature, that'd be sick. That would be a good clip for TikTok. If anybody's able to get that in the Twitch chat, I would highly appreciate it. Now we see Pitt Wrath choosing, hey, we're going to play out the downstairs, get the kitchen set up, get it going here. I mean, after finding some very heavy luck on that upstairs play, I want to say that honestly all sprung from that 3K of Lil Sack. A little bit of a rat, but something that just worked beautifully in his favor at the time. We may see some more greatness. Ads are supposed to be disabled. I don't know why they're playing right now. I'm going to go through Twitch and disable ads as we speak, guys, so it's going to be a little bit kind of quiet here. There's E-Pip in chat celebrating with his boy Lil Sack. I get you, E-Pip. I entirely understand that. Lil Sack deserves to have a statue built in his honor if we see Pitt Wrath pull this game out. Let me go to ads. And do not schedule any ads. There we go. Now, flipping through here, this defense is not spread out quite that much. They are all kind of bunkering in. Lil Sack, though, covering the jump and begging that Ram to make the stupid mistake of diving straight into him. Easton does have live pings and a C4 ready to go. And Scarfs, the guy up in Bakery, says, go ahead, take my wall. I've got Lil Sack here to help cover me. Finding one on the Snoozy. Just a wild spray and pray from him as he goes forward. They did get the door shut down from him. And here comes the ace moving up. Easton finding a pick. There's Bars outside rocking. Eugen's taking a ton of damage. I believe that is Zaholi through the floor. Lil Sack does manage to find the down. And he is just, I mean, is this going to be an MVP performance from him? Or are we going to see Pitt Wrath win off of an absolute lock-in tonight? Eugen's now sprinting down the stairs saying, hey, feed me. Come on. Dalton holding a pixel though ready for that swing. And I mean, Eugen's has a good gun for this range of engagement, but at the same time, you may need that precision, that less recoil bounce of the DMR. He pulls it, comes in for the swing, sees Dalton's pixel, and pre-fires him, taking him down. The wall is dropped still from the Rewara. And here comes now Eugen, knowing his back is covered. Adexi hitting a pre-fire spray onto Lil Sack to take some control back for his team. And there's Vexy with a wall bang. Now Adexi still up into the 1v3. He does have that clutch capability, but Pitt Wrath, they want this game a little bit more, I think. Moving up on that barricade, Scarfs in position, Vexy holding the jump out, and Easton, honestly, in one of the best positions you could see him in, set up back for a flank. Now, I'm not sure if we disconnected or what, but everybody is just standing still. Nah, they're just, I think, using this as a tack timeout from Adexi. And I really don't blame him.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Adexi? It's gotta be a disconnect, right? I had to have disconnected. Or did the server break? No, it might be server breaking. Is server broke? Question mark. Sounds like it is. We do have some disconnects. Aw, man. Yeah, I just got pulled out of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the server almost immediately went down. That one is a stinger right there. Siege servers doing their best to make things a failure. Now, don't be upset. Don't be alarmed. We're going to do everything we can to correct this as fast as possible. Drink some castor juice, aka some Kool-Aid. And we'll try and figure this out. Vexy is trying to argue for the rehost at a 2-0 because they were absolutely up on that one. I don't want to say they should have won that, but there's a very good possibility that they do. Type string or instance of buffer or URL. Alright, I cannot pull that replay up from that last one, at least not easily. Let's see what I can do, though. We are going to be getting everybody back in lobby. Hopefully quick. And while we are doing that, Let me see if I can make the replay on my own. Please, somebody in chat, tell me that you guys clipped that 3K, by the way. If not, I'm going to be severely upset at all of you. Like, honestly, we won't be friends. Yeah, honestly, yeah, no more friends. If you guys did not capture that. Go to, where did I save those? Recordings, replays. I think we may have captured it. Yes, we may have. 11:19. Yes, we did. Okay. You guys are going to get the quick view of that replay since, you know, I felt like giving it. Media source. Replay. And browse. Can I just select the thing and drag it over? No, I can't. Okay. Recordings. I gotta rewatch that myself. That's loop. Side to side for one another. Snoozy able to get a pick there onto Vexy and a Dex. Just the way Lil Sack, the patience of that man to make something out of almost nothing here. Letting a Dexy walk past. I mean, they didn't check rat spot. I mean, sure, we've seen Lil Sack miss it a little bit, but he picks up that 2K, swings out for the third, fries him down, and it's just, it was freebies for him. Is there really anything better than that? Like, if you're playing Siege, you find yourself in that backstab position like it's nothing. What else can you do there besides just roll with the punches? Anyways, we're getting back into lobby right now. Back in lobby in about 2 minutes. Still gotta get both teams in though. Oh man, I mean, Siege, come on. This is why the hashtag save Siege is going around. We are very, very adamant about that. Yeah, Monty, Blackbeard, Azami, Mira. What? Oh. What's up, Mr. Eugens? How you feeling? How you feeling? Yeah? Yeah? I got that clipped. It's going on TikTok later. It's going on TikTok. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It will go on TikTok. Yeah. Tell baddies to hurry up and swap this. Hold on. Let me get you guys in so you can hear the game.
That too, but like the game crashed.
You guys' voices are being streamed. Anything you want to say to stream, please keep it nice. I've got 20 viewers.
I don't really
No, dude, I have
care.
nothing to say. Lil Sack
Yeah.
is just shitting on me. I don't know.
Dude, Lil
Lil
Sack
Sack's
is
the
having an
fucking
MVP
Pope.
level game right now. I can't lie.
Did he kill anyone
Dude.
after that first round?
He did. He got 2
put-
picks.
Yeah, he got
the
2
next
picks
round.
the next map.
Did he? Wait, did he
Right,
wallbang me? Was that the one who killed me?
He got an outside swing onto whoever Ace was.
Oh no, he got both of us outside. He got me and Snoozy, I think.
Wait, he swung out the door and smoked y'all?
Not swung
He
the
swung
window.
it.
He might be
Dude,
the Pope, I can't lie.
We roared the fucking small big door and he crouched through and just smoked us. I don't know, bro.
I'm a
He made the
brick,
play,
what I'm
dude.
doing
He's
right
got big ass balls right now.
now.
Dude, I don't know how he
that's Lil
fits his
Sack
balls in
10.
his gaming chair with him right now.
That's Lil Sack, man.
Nah, his name can't be
Yeah.
Lil Sack with balls like that.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
My teammate is
Dude,
from
where is
Toronto.
baddies, bro? Hold on.
Baddies is throwing right now.
Yeah, where is he, like, beating his meat?
Alrighty, so once we can get this, can't believe Siege crashes. Like, out of all times, out of all games for Siege to crash, it chooses to crash right now. Hold on 1 second. Hey, live with the stream right now. Hey, later. Hey, Mr. Gambino. Come watch some good old semifinals. I'll be later. I'm gonna kiss you right on the forehead. Alright. Alright, just had to go let him know. Had to let him know. Oh, shout out Ultimate Dynasty Saxton League, okay? What's this crown mean? I don't know. It means you have Prime Gaming. AKA, you have Amazon Prime and it counts towards this, I guess. God, I need to get an actual green screen to hide my bed, which is a wreck. My clothes hamper and my heater. But trust me, we're working on it. We'll get the stream going. Hey, somebody in chat said to tell Adexi they said hello. Mr. Vixel. Roll hammed. Who? What does that mean? Explain that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's look back at these maps so far. Cafe Dostrovsky, which is going on as we speak. We have Lil Sack dropping a legacy game, putting Pitt Wrath already up 2-0. The underdogs, the challengers, versus the top dogs, the champs. I mean, I'm pretty sure, didn't Obey already pull a grand finals for themselves at some point? Maybe. And we got Obey saying, we are done waiting for this man. If we shuffle enough times, we can set this up, right? And Scarfs has to get here. And teams are now balanced. We're going to be going back into Cafe before we go into, like, before Batty's even back. He's probably out there pinching one off still. Yeah, I think Obey or WildBoyZ might just be pushing this one through. Hey, man, don't worry about our player who ain't here. Let's just play without him. All right, but we're in map now. Come on back. Tell your friends, come back. 2 minutes back into game. As we see the op selections coming, though, for the reading room fireplace, we do have Pitt Wrath up 2-0 over Obey, or WildBoyZ. And, I mean, the frag count has been beautiful so far. I mean, Lil Sack putting in some good work. Easton picking a couple up here and there. The game servers putting a Dexy down by themselves. This is the kind of things that we hate Siege for, but we love Siege for. Gonna see some beautiful playstyle from these guys. Hopefully some more good Siege. And, I mean, just everybody send a wing and a prayer to whatever god they believe in that the game doesn't crash the servers one more time. Either way, for this middle floor hold, typically you see the full upstairs extension. That's what the castle is on board for. Gonna be moving upstairs. Hoping to lock it in. Hoping to get some good plays. Fenrir, our boy. One of the most annoying operators in the game. Personally, if I see him in a 1v1, I'm just going to block you at that point. And I gotta give a special shout out. Everybody, I don't know if you guys play 5M or not. Whoever here has a PC. We have this amazing server called Sink or Swim. Pretty decent RP zone, and it's ran by a great man known as Nickum, who, you know, it's his birthday. So in chat, we need a happy birthday, Nicholas! And, yeah. Happy birthday, Nick! Oh, don't know where that's coming from. But, Nicholas has some great funny stories. Hoping to maybe break some of them down in his shorts. Because, oh my god, those things would do numbers on TikTok. Flipping upstairs, though, the execute already may be underway. A Dexy coming up with the ram. We got Eugens ready to go on the IQ. They're wanting to push this heavy vert hard. But if you flip down here to Baddies, Baddies is already in. Pushing for a little sack. But the cutoff from Scarf is able to get that first pick into their favor. And Pitt Wrath going hot, going hard right now. Pulling more their direction. Already flipping the balance scales even further there into taking this one home. They may just be the team to upset everybody. Be the full underdog story of SXL. The team that is unexpected to just win it all and win out. I mean, that's a big question mark. But so far, every time they've went into a game, they've just been a team that you don't care about, you don't notice. Meanwhile, we got Z Dalton over here pushing 47 years old. And then a bunch of new guys on the block. I mean, little Sack's been around, Scarves here and there. A Dexy going down to Easton, who, as far as I know, he's new to the scene as well. And these dudes are just certified gunners so far, as Easton is now prepping out another swing, but Snoozy was waiting on him. Bars will find Vexy. Team count now even up 3v3. But if Dalton has anything to say about that out here on this white window, he's about to make his presence known. Snoozy moving up across washrooms, expecting a swing. He's got Barst playing on his windows, trying to cover. And Eugen's now tucked up into Cocktail. They do abandon most of this third floor. And Dalton jumps out onto Barst like a madman. But here comes Eugen for the refrag. Snoozy getting in there and finding a pick. Now it is Scarfs in the 1v2. He can still clutch this up. Swings in. Just missing the head of Snoozy. A little bit high on the recoil. Eugen's prepping his drop down. They could hit him with a double swing. Twitch drone coming in just to be an annoyance. Eugen's going down. He is stuck now on the outside of Hell Door, trying to beat it open. But Scarfs now hears that play coming and rotates himself in to help provide some cover. However, Snoozy playing up above, making sure the corners are clear. We'll see his gun and we'll find the pick from above. But Scarfs did put Eugen's down. However, Obey is just able to claw their way back out through that one. I'm going to keep calling them Obey. Listen, I know they're WildBoyZ. I know they're the WildBoyZ main team. In my heart of hearts, we know Obey will outlast the name. Obey has been a thing for years and years and years. And what do you know? They're still sticking with it, at least to me. Excuse me. Third rounds of bans coming through. We do have the Valkyrie and Ram now coming off. I mean, Easton has been sticking pretty hard to that Valkyrie. And I mean, we've seen the Ram every single attack round so far. All that the Ram ban tells me, though. Whoa, Black Betty? Ban the Ram? Yeah, sure. Is that they were a little bit scared of that vertical. I mean, it did put some heavy pressure on those rounds that she was in use. That Valkyrie, I mean, she's just such a good intel source that there is really no easy way to stop her. I mean, we've seen the IQ plays. We've seen the Bravo plays. They have been trying to counter her out. But at the end of the day, you can hide those cameras so easily. But, I mean, that doesn't really affect the difference that an IQ will make. But still, she's just good. She has that C4 in pocket. Pair it with an MPX. And you have, honestly, some of the best pieces of kit that you can have in this game. For the upstairs defense, though, we do see Obey leave the castle on board. Lil Sack has been abusing that castle, playing pretty good rat spots with it. We know for a fact a Dexy's gonna check this time instead of thinking it's clear. I'm actually gonna watch that because that is gonna be hilarious if he doesn't. Hopefully, though, Lil Sack doesn't try and replay the position. I mean, you could pull the old double bluff, though. Go back, sit there, and wait. Because they may just overlook you. Either way, they leave the castle on board for him. And he's saying, wham, bam, thank you. Man, I'm not worried. You know, let me have this operator. All he does is buy me a ton of time. Vexy this time, though, will be playing the Aruni instead of Mr. Z Dalton games. And castle setup is still going. Bar's just barely seeing him as he finishes that last barricade. Snoozy, since that restart, picked up 3 kills. That was a beautiful 3K on that last round from him. And, I mean, he does fill that heavy entry role that they need. Eugen's now starting to open up. Baddie's finding the angle. Lil Sack dead. No longer able to rat. Was that 3K the only thing we're going to see from him tonight? I mean, I was just bragging him up. Just giving him the, you're the best player I've ever seen speech. Now he's making me almost eat my words a little bit. A Dexy instant repels in. And the Twitch drone does check the corner. I don't blame him this time. Very, very drone-heavy lineup, though, from WildBoyZ. They are checking absolutely everything. Bars applying all the phantom pressure in the world with these ace charges. Still has one more in pocket to go get main wall. And there's Baddies just missing Vexy. DMR ripping at him, but that R4C, dude, it is one of the scariest guns to peek against. 0 recoil, high damage. As I'm saying, though, you see Zaholi, Mr. Eugen's trying to get himself a quick peek there into that back bar area. Easton now moved up, trying to play the bathroom window. Has some control there still. And honestly, don't be surprised if you see the shotgun starting to open up this back wall. As I'm saying that, though, Eugen's is pushing deep in there. They now have bathroom control. They have full cigar control across the top. Snoozy managing to find that pick on the scarves. Now trying to take main bar side. And as he's moving forward, we see Easton go down. Bar sprinting in. 2K on hand. Dalton picks one. Pistol out from Bar. Shotgun from Dalton, but Eugen's able to close the round, following his teammate in at least. That was quite the drop shot there from Dalton. I mean, that's one of them, you know, do or die moments that he tried to pull the shotgun to do. So now we're going to see Pitt Wrath learning from that mistake, going, hey, maybe we can bunker in, try and hold down here in kitchen. It is a little bit of a smarter play. I don't blame him for that. Definitely something I would lean into is just keep adapting. WildBoyZ is a team that you cannot get stale against. So one day, two legends were born, and their name is Jeff Sicko and Quez TTV. Nobody is better than them. Nobody looks better than them. Nobody is cooler than them. Nobody is richer than them. All right, what in the coffee pasta was that? Coming from, or was that SXL MVP? No, it was the SSL MVP, SSL finest, player of the week, Mr. Charlie Worley. Also known as one of the greatest rookies to touch the game his season. His first season in here, picking up pretty much the Rookie of the Year award. And I'm being told that Vegas called their doxing the match. That's why it crashed. That, honestly, I could see it. The bets were starting to roll in favor of Pitt Wrath as they came out firing that round. And Vegas just said, hey, man, nah, we got to kill some momentum. Give WildBoyZ back that chance. Nobody voted for semifinals this game. That's a bit rough. There was no semifinals poll. Either way, we do have Mr. Vexy, Wexy, and Scarf setting up to try and lock down the main bakery. Extension is out there. Lil Sack playing the position. We've seen him pull a beauty of a 2K from this window earlier. Easton also in position. C4 ripped and ready. Wall going to be coming open. C4 goes out. Finds one there onto Zaholi. Bars now extremely low. Him and Baddies now stacking up. That blitz is going to be a requirement. Coming forward. Out goes the smoke. Baddie eats some damage. Finds a little bit on the Little Sack. However, Cooper out is right there being covered. Little Sack gets the angle. Takes him down. That is 3 picks already off the board for WildBoyZ. Boris and Snoozy still up. Snoozy without a death since rehost. Could this be his first? As Dalton lays a slug out into Boris. Now Snoozy left in the 1v4. Brother, there is no hate on Little Sack. It was just some common knowledge, but Snoozy will trade it for Scarfs. The Scarf hits him with a quick peek. SMG does its thing. And now we see, Pitt Wrath pulling it back in their favor. If they get the 4-2 split here, Cafe became such a 50-50 map recently. I mean, the meta has shifted from full defense to now more balanced towards the half splits. I expect them to pull, like, if they pull this 4-2, that gives them at least the opening and the start and jump towards maybe a map 1 victory. In which you say, never underestimate the little guys of Pitt Wrath. I believe there is a lot on the line here. It's like a $800 prize pool or something along those lines. I can't be correct. I don't know. Somewhere along that line. But either way, there's a lot of money riding here, and these teams want it. They want it bad. Oh, I got a sneeze coming. Alright, that's all it took. We do see now the Pitt Wrath team coming upstairs trying to lock it down. They did win it once, they lost it once though. Their other loss was that mid-floor hold, and it was lost because of the player retaking the vert over them and holding strong control. Now, what kind of stuff are we going to be seeing? Because so far, it almost looks like the exact same as what we've seen on those earlier opening rounds. Except Dalton switching around a little bit. We see Vexy switching around a little bit. Easton and Lil Sack keep on keeping on. And that's Lil Sack now pulling a little bit of a spawn peek. Little spawn peek time. Put the body in the sack. Either way, we got baddies now back on the blitz. Slow walking his way up this rappel. That way they don't hear the shield clanking around. That is something, he is an early giveaway operator. If you can hear that thunk, 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 thunk as he walks. So he's going to cross himself up. Slow walk over to hatch. Don't be surprised if you see the quick execute coming, because they do also have Zaholi playing it up with the Ying. Charges being fed down. Snoozy in position with the Nomads. Thatcher EMPs, Ying charges in hand. And here comes the smokes now from baddies. All the prep work going into it. And here comes the blitz. Dropping. Immediately C4 though by Scarfs. Taken down. Redrop now from Eugens. Scarfs coming in for a swing at Dexy, taken down by Dalton, shotgun in hand. Scarfs there, camping close with his own shotgun, finds a pick. We have Barst, who's trying to play windows, lays a lot of damage onto Easton. Snoozy still holding roof, up to a 2v5. Sees a little bit of Scarf as Scarf tries to quick swing it. And man, oh man, this one is definitely not going in WildBoy's favor. Barst takes a ton of damage. Lil Sack with a quick swing now. 1v5 for Snoozy. He's got to hit the ace here. Bring himself to 10-1 if he wants a chance to keep his team up to a 3-3 split. However, a 2-4 is still manageable. And as the flashbangs come down, V-Scarfs is playing close. He's got Z Dalton Games holding the opposite angle. Dalton's shotgun in hand is the one to worry about. And Easton taken down, but a flawless round as Scarfs quick swings the shotty out the door. Puts it to his face. Puts the round in pocket. And we see Pitt Wrath pull a 4-2 split over WildBoyZ. I'm sorry, are Pitt Wrath going to be some of the best gunners that we've had? Like I said, this is a true underdog story. I'm not quite sure what I'm watching. Everybody, all, I don't want to say all week, since Sunday leading up to this game, since we've seen the CC loss, was just anticipating, okay, well, WildBoyZ 907 finals, I'm sorry, but we may see a Pitt Wrath finals. Which, let me go to the predictions. I don't think anybody in the staff actually predicted that. There's one vote for Pitt Wrath. Only one person in staff thought Pitt Wrath was going to see finals. And he thought they were going to play Spartans. And Spartans were just slain by 907, last night? So as it's lining up, it looks like it's gonna be. I mean, if Pitt Wrath keeps this pressure, hey, I would be surprised, but I'd love to do a Pitt Wrath 907 finals. Pitt is slowly working their way into the heart of many, many of the people around this community. And by slowly, I mean, if they keep up this gun blazing skill, sir, if we were PC, I'd be doing a PC check. Like, whew. That's just me. You're going to get the old Shiko report card of someone check him PC. Bans rolling in as Dokubi and Ace are gone, and we see the Mira Azami. Once again, two very, very common ops to get rid of. Mira Azami, you're always, every single time you ban for this map, it's going to be those two. However, the Ace Dokubi come out as a bit weird until you realize how much of this map is designed for the Ace breach. Oh, I got, let's see. Oh. As I was saying, yeah, everything around this map, it's designed for a good ace breach. Well, not really designed for it, but easily thwarted by a good ace. You know, being able to breach distance like he does, sure, Hibana can do it. It requires way more of her gadget, pretty much expends most of her playability into just setting up. So Ace, you know, by far best hard breacher for this, but he is now gone. Dokkaebi, just another annoyance for a team of gunners who are gonna be roaming. And sure, they may look like they're saying more bunker style here, but don't be surprised when we see Kitchen if we don't see like a Dexy or Bars or Snoozy playing up in this third floor. So far, they're going for the more modern house design of the open floor concept. You know, something where you combine a living room, kitchen, dining room into one. Just kidding. They're shooting open some great kill holes. Sets the kill box in a good spot. Pretty much eliminates the need to even have somebody playing the cigar side of this map. And you can still actively hold pretty well. I mean, just look at Batty's setup here. Shielding to defend. And I got Emmy Turtles saying, do your research before you cast. I'll tell you what, you're watching a Little Sack Masterclass. Listen, bro, I did my research. I've seen Pitt Wrath last time they played. It was against CC. Heck, I didn't even have to update my overlays because they were already set up for this. And I'm telling you right now, Lil Sack is looking pretty hot. A Dexy eating some damage, and we already have Vexy up in bar side. Brown stairs moving forward. Easton playing down. He could come for these red stairs. And honestly, you need to be scared of what Vexy has in plan. However, they do have cameras on him. Or do they? Part of that good rework now is they can't see him. He is paying out, hey, get rid of this camera for me so I can make my play. Make this silent push. He's still so hidden, but they may not know. And there's Baddies with a shotgun to shut down Lil Sack as he attempted to go for that hard breach for the wall. This is where you usually want the Ace or a Hibana to set up and play. That being said, we see Dalton trying to open up down below. They do not have a hard breacher anymore. It makes this red push way harder. Grenades coming up now to try and get rid of Baddies. And he will be pushed out of position. And I wouldn't be surprised if he drops this hatch right now and comes up behind Vexy. However, they are droning him out live. And Baddies is holding close. Shotgun finds one, but Vexy's there for the re. Just a couple trades now and then. However, with Obey having body count in their favor, things might look a little bit ugly. But Vexy's trying to even them out, putting rounds downrange. Scarfs being nailed by these cameras, does manage to take one of them. Dalton holding his bathroom door swing, and Vexy just keeps moving up. And ooh, I think that may have been a slug through a wall. Vexy hitting that active camo, gonna be slinking around where he can. Dalton moving up, swings coming, and it looks like they may have actually got the reinforced off for bathroom. That's a Dexy finding a pick. However, Dalton will find Bars. Eugen's finding Dalton. 10 seconds left. And Scarfs will hit Eugen's in the face, but Snoozy comes out of the kitchen, or out of the freezer to find him. 3-4. Kex saying, I love when you cast. Kex, I love when you come and watch. Downfall saying, too many people sleeping on Pitt Wrath. Dude, honestly, how do I word this? The roster doesn't look like it is as star-studded as teams like 907, as teams like CC, as teams like WildBoyZ. Like, these guys are SXL champions, you know, multi-time league winners, big money tournament winners. And we got Pitt Wrath saying, hey, they may be good, but we just want to be better. And they're putting that heart over aim, and the heart seems to be winning out. Let's see if we can get it ready.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright. So now, they're reading mid-floor hold coming. They do have the castle on board. Extension coming up. Holes being ripped. Like I told you, this is why you get rid of Dokkaebi. You can play these off extensions. You can, you know, hold upstairs fairly well. And you don't give away numbers to just, you know, a phone call. Sure, they can drone you. That's the whole point of Siege, is use your drone. But, right here, this man, mute himself, Mr. Baddies. just says he doesn't want no droning. He don't like it. I don't like it. And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna stop your drones. He's probably gonna shoot them too, just because he can. He's a mean guy like that. Either way, the castle setup is here. Let's take a look at this, because it's not a setup like you commonly see. It actually looks like a normal, how do I word this? A normal bar setup to hold this downstairs. Typically, you only really lock down this, you know, kind of cocktail side. You can just deny the plant for B, and then A you don't worry about because you have players down in there. This one, it's fully set. They don't care about what's going on downstairs. They just want to make sure the upstairs stays locked. And Bars will be first pick there. Pitt Wrath ripping it open. Easton finding him. Putting Boris down to 3 and 6, which is not where he usually ends up on a scoreboard, let me tell you. And all the drone work coming in. Why? Because Lil Sack already has control of train. He's moving forward, taking some space. Ping comes out. They know right where the mute is, and he'll take some damage. Eugen's going down. Lil Sack has sight. And I mean, that was a mute. That was Snoozy on Smoke, and there's nothing Smoke can really do about it. Baddie's still holding upstairs with mute. But there are drones just absolutely everywhere. And now, flipping upstairs, you gotta see the vertical coming, and it already looks like they will be. As Easton is now prepping it up, Dalton gonna be jumping repels. Vexy's still holding to make sure there's no crosses. Lil Sack and Scarfs need to collapse together. And we see Buff Asian saying, we all know Pitt Wrath the next up. Dude, honestly, if they can manage to make the finals, I mean, semifinals is already one of the biggest steps we've seen a kind of quote-unquote newbie team making. If they can manage to pull a grand finals on one of their first seasons, things will go beautifully. Plant is going down from Easton now. The Smoke has got to get in position to deny. Rounds are ripping from the White Stairs side. And now they drop off. They have the plant. They have control. However, they lose train due to baddies upstairs. And he is very concerned about finishing his kill. He has eyes on Diffuser. He can provide some coverage. A swing from a Dexy lays a ton of damage out, but he eats a lot more. And Baddie's upstairs with the shotgun pushes Scarfs out of position. Scarfs now sprinting around a little bit for his life, waiting, hoping. The drop down train coming. They can now maybe go for a defuse as the planter, or the guy who planted, gets shot on his coverage. We see a Dexy going for the defuser, and Dalton can't find him as defenders win that one on an absolute clutch from a Dexy. Sticking that planter right there was the best thing he could have done. His teammates making the smart, selfless plays, feeding themselves to the meat grinder that was Pitt Wrath running at him. And just picks back and forth at, oh my. I thought that round was Pitt Wrath. I thought we were about to see them go up 5-3 over Obey. Unless Obey is playing with them. I mean, Obey are a bunch of lions. And you know what lions do? They play with their food. Don't be surprised if they pounce in quick. Nightwing, legend has it Charlie is still gooning to Jeff till this day. I mean, he could be.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Downstairs now being set up. Once again, Castle is on board. Upstairs extension going to be coming. I think Baddie's going to be hitting that roam. Don't blame him one bit. That Solus is almost better utilized off-site than in-site. And looking at this setup play so far from the Pitt Wrath team, they really don't have that vertical breach that we talk about. With that Blackbeard on site, the point man going to be going for it. I got a feeling we're going to see maybe a hard take through Bake. I mean, that's just me though. Dalton making that team effort, pulling himself over to Yang. Oh yeah, baby, we're going to see a direct rush. But what we are watching for, you just seen Baddies do it. He broke that a little bit. There's no third floor roamers. It is all down to Baddies. And will he hit this jump out now? I got a feeling he will. He's waiting until he can hear the footsteps. Here's the rappel up. And Easton just runs right by him. Baddies knows. He can hear it. He's prepping it. Barricade is ready to go. And jumps out onto Harden, picking one. Easton goes down. First pick into Batty's favor. Obey finally getting a first pick on this map. I mean, they may have had one or two earlier on, but so far I know Pitt Wrath has been leading that bundle just a little bit. And the deep shots from Vexy not finding anybody. Boris is there though, trying to hold this point of contact. He does have a little bit of suppressive fire coming from Zaholi and a Dexy, and Boris pulling some beautiful shots as he pulls a 2K. Looking for the third. Scarfs eats some damage, takes him down though. Lil Sack's still up. What can these two pull together to find? Scarf's 8-4 on this game. Hoping to add some more to that total, but out comes Baddies. The jump out we all expected, knew was coming. Leaves Scarfs down to the 1v4. Not a whole lot he can do here, but he has the pixel angle. Eats one head, and that is Zaholi down. Trying to get Baddies to swing him. 33 rounds still left in that LMG. Takes Snoozy with it up to a 3K. Will he hit the ace to close this out? Chooses to COD reload it with 28 rounds left. Don't blame him. Gotta spray sometimes. And trying for the swing now. Grenade coming out. Oh, will he hit the grenade on the Baddies? Baddies still now holding up. We got a Dexy though with the absolute pixel of an angle. I mean, he just opened the pixel up. Now it's like 12 of them. But still, he walks in. If you see Scarfs play this slow and not just bull rush, he could get slammed. But a Dexy comes off the angle. Scarfs now knows he's coming. Finds some shots, but a Dexy just lays him out and hits his shake with a no, 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 not in my house. Obey may have really been playing with them. They now take the lead back, putting themselves one step closer to match or to game point and up into the next ban phase. We don't know who's gonna go. You know, there's been a lot of really, really useful utility operators, and I wouldn't be surprised with a Ying ban. Dalton has leaned into that a little bit. We know Ying is good for executing. And no, instead it's the Ram and Kaid getting one of the TCSGs off board. That has been something we've seen these teams lay a little bit towards. The ACOG with the range of the slugs just does some beautiful damage. And let's see what we're looking at here. Now, the way the setup is looking right now, it's going to be a bar cocktail hold. Bar's still on castle. They may just play area denial. I mean, that's all they have to do. Deny them getting into Cigar. You're going to have Baddies who plays that shield like he always does. Plays his life for it. At least that's the assumption we're rocking under. And so far, Pitt Wrath really haven't found too much to actually get him out of there. Maybe a couple well-placed Flores drones. However, they do drop the Flores off.
Your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And setup is underway. They do have Eugens with the shield in hand. There is the little machine pistol. Oh god, the CZ75 is just a recoil headshot jumping machine. I know a couple people who like this thing. I, to this day, can't understand it because of that recoil. But hey, you know what? If it jumps to a headshot, it don't matter. It's still a headshot. Who's gonna complain? He's dead. And there's a Dexy. Once again, bringing Fenrir out. We're gonna have a Wamai for Snoozy. I mean, Wamai, is he just one of the most ultimate operators right now? Being supplied impacts, being able to deny grenades, not to mention the MP5K, which is a very, very solid weapon in most hands. I don't want to say the right hands, in most hands, because I haven't really met anybody bad with that thing. And then the Super Shorty. I mean, come on. Tell me that his kit isn't just the greatest. Bar's going to be hitting the 9-punch now on his fallback route. And breaking as much glass as he can. I guess that should be able to silence his rotations later. And Downfalls hits me with the McQueen is fading. He's fading. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know what you're leaning towards. Is it the D1 team's fading? Or is it Pitt Wrath fading? Don't think so, as Vexy pulls the first kill into his favor. Baddies going down. Opens up some major lanes of aggression for his team. And that grenade will get rid of the Fenrir trap. Second grenade in. Looks like it may be going to waste. However, here comes Fenrir. Taken down by Easton. Him stacked up with Vex. Easton to cover the flanks. There he goes. Now 3v5. Now his 2 picks fall to the favor of Pitt Wrath. They've got intel all over the place. Easton now coming up, starting to get things open, and Vexy's at the 3K as he finds Eugen's. 4K as he takes Snoozy. Almost the ace, but Boris will shut him down. And then, ooh, going down is Easton as well. Boris has to get an ace of his own to clutch this one up. I mean, this may be a momentum stopper if they're able to shut down WildBoyZ here. Swing from Scarfs will do that. Putting one more into the favor of Pitt Wrath, going 5-5 with Obey on a map like Cafe. Just a gun skill heavy map. This team are just pulling out all the stops. Honest to God, not something we expect all that often. As Pitt Wrath are just looking like legends. Hey, I'm getting followers tonight too. What is up, everybody? God, I got the notification ding in my ears. Oh, QWERTY and Ryan, what's up? Back to this game though. I mean, scope post from Snoozy. Hopefully that's the play. Zaholi right now, not looking too hot. Down to 3 and 7. Not the stat line you expect out of a player like Zaholi. One of the finest that SSL has to present.
Attackers need to
A
locate.
great player overall. But what we're going to watch right now, let's see the castle setup from Bars. Now, I will always spectate and follow a good castle player. Why? Well, because he's just always that good. Let me look and see what rules Zaholi has. Ignore this ping. Zaholi, a signature or scissor league Hall of Famer, has the ISO Spark, one of SWL's finest, SSL's finest, SXL's finest, another iteration. He's been finest almost every season. That just shows what Zaholi has to offer. And we miss a spawn peek from Batty to take down Dalton Games, losing your sledge, losing one of your many talented gunners out here. And now it puts even more pressure onto Little Sack, Scarfs, and Vexy to maybe gun out and pull some heavy kills. Batty's waiting, C4 ripped and ready, but there will go Boris down to Easton. Window play, drone play. Something Pitt Wrath has honestly on lock between the two of them. And as we say it, Vexy pulls one onto Batty's, eliminating a lot of this third floor pressure. Snoozy maybe going to make that call to go up. You see a Dexy still ratting himself in. Zaholi coming up to reinforce. These two have got to hold this line against Pitt Wrath. Not allow them to make this step towards match point. Because if you do, they will take advantage of it and try and put the round immediately into their favor. Easton, though, trying to get deep and play forward. Snoozy now retaking third floor for his team because he knows he has to. Eugen's still up here in Cocktail, holding it down. C4 below from a Dexy to find Scarfs, denying a good gunner. But the live ping's now in for Vexy so he can maybe get in and get behind Warden, and he will. There goes a Dexy. This man, Vexy, has just been sneaking all around the map. Lil Sack getting the pick on the Eugen's. Snoozy trying to find him. We do have Lil Sack now moved up to help assist. He's waiting for Snoozy to make this rotate around. And I think Snoozy said, okay, you want it? Come get it. Sets up on the head holes that Lil Sack just made. And it looks like Sack may be backing off. Now, finally, as they're up on live count, we will see the drones finally coming out. A minute left. Easton calls the sound call. Gun up and ready. Swing coming. Just misses. Re-swing from Easton. Pitt Wrath go to match point first. Or game point first, sorry. And is WildBoyZ gonna lose a map? I mean, that is highly uncommon. Definitely not something you've heard of. But right now, it looks like they're trying to make it happen. Let me go see if Hizzy can give the shout out. You give shout out in WBZ main server? Question mark? I'm sorry, this Pitt Wrath team is just something we have not seen out of them before. I mean, beating CC is one thing. It's an impressive feat in and of itself. If you take a map over Obey,
Attackers need to locate and defuse
oh my
as many
god.
bombs as they can.
We're either watching the rise of kings or the fall of titans. One of the two. I've called them giants too many times. No, these guys were titans. They were unbeaten. I mean, they are a team that would almost want to take you to some hand-to-hand combat, make the plays as needed. But we see Pitt Wrath hunting for the grand finals of SXL, striving to push it forward. And I mean, they've got to have some like wizardry, warlock magic if they intend, you know, to keep pushing like this. I want to know what they have in back pocket to make these sort of plays. Oh, what's up, Flex? I was just bragging about you earlier in 907. Thanks for the follow, bro. But into game now. No shields yet from Pitt Wrath. It looks like they prefer to be a 5-gun strategy team. Vexy so far leading that charge with Scarfs. These two have been active high caliber gunners, putting absolute dimes on the heads of Obey. And the start of a white side execute already. Vexy going in, making sure that his little, you know, Christmas area is clear. Baddies is the roamer though, and Eugens has his C4 in hand and is going to be playing for the bandit trick on white wall. Baddies has the flank ready to control. If he comes down brown, he could find a pick or two, but Vexy is there waiting. Nomad's going in to put a thing out, and there will go Baddies being down by Vexy, who's going to run up, finish his kill, but be refragged as Snoozy picks it up. Sure, you lose one, but you just eliminated one of theirs. Then Barcel go down to Easton. Little Sack has Eugens absolutely pinned. Not able to find that kill though. Adexi still trying to hold angle with Eugens. They want to control this back freezer as long as possible. Snoozy still has his coat check side, but it looks like it's going to be a full rotate over trying to defend this white breach. As the track stingers go in, Easton wanting to play aggressive now. If he's able to find a pick here onto Eugens, things could get ugly. Looking though, Snoozy has pillar, has the flank, starting to make his way forward. And right now, you know his team. He's calling to his team. Start shooting, start being aggressive. Don't let him know I'm coming. However, at Dexies, he goes for a swing, eats some damage there. Eugens C4 ripped. Are we gonna see a sacrificial lamb here out of the side of Pitt Wrath? Send somebody in. Send a little Sack running in. Somebody go eat the C4. But Dalton holding down this flank. We have Snoozy who walked back down. Main corridor going to be coming in because the call was made. Trade from Eugens to Easton. Good picks from both sides. 2v3. Man advantage is in favor of Pitt Wrath. This is map point here for number 1. Adexi holding a suicide corner right now. Snoozy has all the room in the world to work around it. And Adexi's going to be start being hard pushed. As the flashbangs come in, both are flash. Second flash out. Scarfs is holding close. Has to lock it down. He's more worried about the long angle swing. What he needs to be scared of is Snoozy, who's holding him close. Dalton refrags for Snoozy. We're going to see Dalton now going for plant. Adexi will find him as he swings out. Now a little Sack to the 1v1. Adexi v Sack. Shots trading. Missing. Both are whiffing. 10 seconds on board. Little Sack goes a wild swing, but Adexi with the SMG pistol to shut him down. As Obey says, give us OT in map 1. We got Shady saying, hi, chat. We got Quex saying, what's poppin'? And Peanut Butter, hello, Peanut Butter. I don't know who you are, but how you doing? You know what, Shady? Yeah, let me mod you. Mod Shady SS underscore. Bro, isn't WildBoyZ supposed to be the kings? Quex, that's what we were all under the impression of, is WildBoyZ were the gods of the Siege community. Pitt Wrath is showing that even a god can be killed.
Defenders
I mean,
protect
they're
your bombs
throwing
from being used by
stones,
attackers.
and some of them are landing pretty hard. Now, both sides are rocking that 2-4 split. The attack's getting the better of them just every now and then. No one able to fully win out their defenses. I'm excited to see this. Will we be able to watch Pitt Wrath just... I mean, they are apparently OT demons, taking, what, almost every map the last time to OT? Against CC? Alright, now what do we have for this one now? It is that first floor kind of kitchen style setup. They literally just won right here. But it was barely. It was a scratch around the win. And we may see Pitt Wrath execute in a very similar style, as we do see some white side pressure. However, that being said, Bars hitting the hard roam, going up third floor, has some control. Easton making the plays forward, and there will go Vexy, first pick to baddies, saying, I got you now, mofo. I mean, to be fair, Vexy has been the absolute rat, snake, backstabbing best siege player that you can have on your team. You hate when you play against them. You love when you play with them. Easton now jumping straight into that beeper, making noise. However, right there to gun down baddies. He knew the swing was coming. What do? You swing off the beepers. With the castle barricades there, it kind of stops some of these plays. Swings straight into a Dexy, who has the wall open. Impact hold. And Dalton going down now to Barce, who hits a run jump out for a 3K that we didn't even see. I mean, those were just free ones, I think. But beautiful, I guess, defense out of the WildBoyZ main stack. Even if they win 8-6 here, you got to give a lot of props to Pitt Wrath, who was just a gunner for most of these rounds. I think what we need, chat, is Lil Sack to swing his Lil Sack and bring himself back up. I'm beat. I'm like wearing myself out for this map.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Shady! What the heck are you saying to my chat, good sir? Alright, I'm looking back at the stream. I can't read chat. We see the setup coming now. Lock and kitchen this time. We need this map because next is bank, according to Hizzy. Oh, I forgot. Isn't Obey bad at bank? Like, isn't that one map that they really suck at? Did Pitt Wrath do their homework? I think they might have. Adexi seems like he may be lagging in place a little bit. But the round is kicking underway. Nobody is off site roaming around. We do have the C4 rip and ready for Scarf. They have no full extension except for the bakery side. And this is a setup that we've seen they like quite a bit. Lil Sack playing rough for this kitchen hold. Hoping for a fast-paced swing from him to at least even some of these kills up. Bring his KD up just a touch more than what it was. Baddies, though, just bot walking his way through. I think he's praying for this castle to go for a swing. Journeying out, checking third floor. Playing normal smart siege. Breaching charges set. Rips open on Lil Sack, who just decides, hey, I'm going to take a couple points of damage here. Still playing it close. The long angle being held back there by the thermite. Lil Sack gets out with his life. But now that that is open, are we going to see Baddies just continue walking himself around? Just chilling reception right now. Eugen's coming through bar. They do have the setup. Flashbangs coming out. That is Scarfs in there. Having to hold. Taken down by Baddies as Baddies just dive straight through. Damage traded. Vexy almost taking him out off the map. And here comes a Dexy now walking himself down red. Baddies trying to tap fire the head of Vexy. However, just keeps eating bullet after bullet. Lil Sack got a 3K round 1. He hasn't. No, he got a 3K round 1, then we rehosted. He's up to 6 right now. Bars, get off that beeper. You're hurting my ears. Oh my god, he listened. A Lil Sack now trying to get aggressive. Over swings Baddies. He could just see his shoulder, but apparently a shoulder wasn't enough to open fire on. Vexy losing his hard wall of safety. Easton going down to a Dexy. Hard push coming through the cellar or freezer. Vexy going down. Bars still up. Cage shotgun in hand. Bars pulls the 2K. And Obey do manage to bring map 1 into their favor with an 8-6 over Pitt Wrath. I mean, I'm giving props to them. They at least took it 8-6. And I mean, that's a piece of beauty in itself against a team like WildBoyZ, their main team at that. Just coming up here looking absolutely positive, ready to go for map 2 as we see it here. And why did Sir Square just invite me to a game? Like, dog, don't you know we're in the middle of something? We're a little bit busy right now. And we're going to be having a little bit of a rehost here between maps. So let's look at this map pool. Next up is Bank, which we've seen Hizzy say, oh god, oh no to. So we're going to take 2 minutes. We'll be right back while we rehost this lobby. I will see you in a few, guys. We are back from that brief little intermission. Just had to go refill my cup and wait for the teams to get in here and be ready. We do have a sub in as XMAP comes in here. He is in replace of Baddies. Now, XMAP certified one of the best players in the SXL, I guess portfolio, SXL roster, whatever you want to call it. Buddy has, I want to say, one of the better records that we've ever seen. Now, he does have a lot of controversies, not very well liked every now and then, but he is just great at the game. Now, watch me eat my words in saying this. However, I'll eat the words. I'll eat the words in saying that if he doesn't do absolutely beautiful. But we do see Pitt Wrath sticking that same setup, rolling in now for Bank. Let's look at it. We see XMAP as he flies in saying, had to put the pom-poms down and pick up my roller. Well, had to put my pom-poms down and get in the game. High key, believe in him. The ace band coming. We expect a Hibana here to help deny the upstairs play. It will be Obey starting with that defense. There goes the Monty. That denies a heavy square push. However, you do lose Legion. You do lose Mira. Now, Legion is a toss-up band to me. He is a very, very good operator, but he is not a super strong operator, if you know what I mean. That T5, that, charge up ability for his gadgets, and the gadgets, the way they function, what they prevent, it makes him good, but it doesn't make him the best. We expect maybe a zombie ban or even a Kaid ban, deny them from playing that basement very, very easily. Heck, even a Goyo to eliminate one part of that holy trinity of time denial for down there. But I don't hate the Goyo. Flipping in here, it will immediately start into the basement with more than likely an upstairs extension, as we see two players already rushing for it. 3 Eugen's going up, 4 XMAP going up. Yeah, it's going to be a vertical hold. You got to nail the descent if you want to take Bank. Stick the landing, so they say. But hatches are being reinforced off. Maybe they just have a lot they want to set up. Typically, if you're going to hold vertical, you're going to leave hatches open for yourselves to drop down. Instead, reinforcing everything off, we do see a flip, though, for a thermite. I mean... usually you expect to see, more can openers, more of a Hibana style play for this basement take. Instead, Easton gonna stick it out, rocking with the thermite, swinging from Lil Sack already. Listening to Jeff Sicko, because we seen in chat earlier. I don't know if you guys seen it. It was in the general of SWL or SXL. Jeff Sicko was giving him props and pointers, saying, "Hey, your best bet is just get in there and get active. Quit slow swinging, full commit or no commit, no in between." Eugen's gonna be playing that hard roam upstairs. Snoozy up in first floor. Bars and a Dexy still trying to lock it down and hold sight up. But there goes the main wall coming open behind them. They do see the drones moving around, trying to clear out upstairs. Little Sack hiding his server rack. Scarfs will hit a DMR pick onto Snoozy. Swing coming in as Eugen's will go down. Good shots from everybody. And there's Bars laying down Easton. But Vexy just there to help close things out. Pitt Wrath taking an early gun swinging, fire breathing lead here. but Vexy getting dropped. A Dexy just a better aim. Hits Scarfs as well. 2K for the record books. Almost finding Little Sack. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be taking a tech pause for some personal stuff real quick. I'll be right back in a minute. We will still continue on trying to spectate this match. I just need to run real fast.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Ten seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Setting off a charge! Beauties in place!
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I just puked my guts up. Looks like Pitt Wrath won that last round. Coming in here, we have a Dexy, little sack down. Not sure how that happened. Snoozy, though, eats a lot of damage. Goes out for the finish on Easton. Playing it a little ballsy. with that fire. X-Map able to lay Scarfs down, shotgun in close. Vexy, though, there's a reason he has been a primary frag for this team, but Dalton will go down to X-Map. Top square control, kind of hard to beat. Vexy, though, still looking good. We will see what happens. And that play up from up above, Eugen's able to find Vexy as Obey will win that round. Alright, let them know that we're ready to continue on with this game. And we're rolling in. Ugh.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Obey now moving up to their upstairs hold. Snoozy rocking the castle. Bars playing as this Clash. Now Clash is going to be a utterly amazing asset to try and hold down that top square push that we know, I mean we just know Pitt Wrath are going to try and put themselves into. That first round there was a very hard collapse style execute. They took a ton of space very fast. Sure, they lost a couple bodies there, but they used their gun skill to an advantage. This round, we're hoping to see a little bit of hope in life out like that first one. Second round, I can't really speak much on. I was not here. My bad, y'all. But once again, now Valkyrie is on board. She's going to be a good annoying operator to deal with. She has some of the best utility in game, but there's a Dexy to shut down Easton for the first pick. Not even allowing him to see really what much of the inside of the building looks like, shutting him down bottom square. Moving it up, moving it forward now. Scarf's hoping to find somebody with a quick peek, not able to do so. Vexy trying for these windows. Obey, though, they know not to peek that. They've got the discipline not to peek that. However, they get a little kill hungry every now and then as we see Snoozy working his way over there. Gridlock's coming in to try and lock down and push a Dexy back a little bit. In a smart play of, hey, let me move this castle. Can you keep a barrier the window? And the teamwork and communication of Obey or WildBoyZ main is a little bit hard to match. Either way, though, Vexy going to punish from that window. We see Little Sack finding a Dexy. Top square now clear and free for them. Eugen's hoping to hold himself still on this little bookcase as long as he can. And Bars holding that long haul. Clash shield deployed. Hoping to lock himself down, lock himself in, keep hard control. But Vexy finds himself a dirty little pixel, and Eugen's will go down to Scarfs. Just gunning at him from top square. Here comes the Clash, but the fire bolts are there and in hand from Scarfs, forcing Bars to play back from his shield. X-Map eats a little bit of damage. And they're using this as free reign to move forward, but Lil Sack is there and ready to shut down Bars as he makes that play forward. Dalton going for main wall, going in for the plant now. X-Map in position to deny. C4 will do so. 1v3 for him. Window play still happening from Vexy, and he finds the pick off of it. Pitt Wrath going now 2-1 against the WildBoyZ main stack. I'm sorry. Are we watching Pitt Wrath pull some good stuff? Oh man, excuse me. Bro, get out of here, Peanut Butter, saying L part-timer. Look at this, man. Thermite and Clash Out coming off board. That's kind of understandable. Pit Wrath after that last round saying, hey, I am not dealing with more of that. Let's get rid of her while we still can. Leaves themselves in some decent positioning. And we see Lil Sack going up to Jeff and saying, I got you. I mean, he's starting this map a lot better than he finished that last. Bringing in some beautiful kills as he gets them. And honestly, I'm kind of digging it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now, with this upstairs setup, you always want to make sure that you can keep these two walls over here locked down. However, Easton looks like he's going to be making it his main goal and priority with the grab up of the Habana. But hey, I'm coming for these walls. However, it's kind of hard to beat a position that Echo just went to. Sets up a pretty good hidden drone. Oh man, if only he could stop these heart breacher goals. I mean, Adexi still on board, has a Kaid Claw that he could use for it. It looks like he's focusing those mostly to main wall. One of them easily wall bangable. X-Map putting his drone up. However, I would say that may be a little bit close. Straight on top of the Kaid, you could lose two great pieces of utility in one go. Or even the wall explosion may destroy it. Lil Sack baiting out these windows. We got Easton also with him. Vexy baiting the main windows as well. Sees, I believe that is a Castle as he runs around trying to make plays through there. And Castle maybe going for a ballsy swing, but eats a little bit of damage there. Like I said, that R4C, it's just a weapon of destruction. You can play it far back on windows the way he is and still manage to maybe pick a body. I mean, you know, if you don't, oh well, you're just spraying some rounds. And down goes the Castle Barricade as Vexy makes his way up to help now play some more coverage. Getting rid of the interior one. Castle is playing close to his windows though. Wants to deny this play as much as he can. Just barely misses the angle of Vexy. We got Vexy and a Dexy. A lot of Exy. We're seeing Pit Wrath on top. I mean, Pit Wrath are doing pretty good this map. They did stellar that first. They just weren't able to bring that win out. Maybe they will for the second. However, WildBoyZ wants to maybe make this a quick one. Dalton finding a pick there on the X map though to open things for his team. We are over a minute into this round, losing time fast. The grenades just not landing as far back as Lil Sack would have liked. And that means that trying to get rid of this shield just became a much harder task. And there will go Dalton finding that pick onto Eugen's. But as we see Adexi just slowly swim himself up, has eyes onto a guy playing through stock. That is someone they've got to now worry heavily about. And Adexi going to play down below. Scar's finding Barce. Adexi off site. Could we see a quick collapse? It's a good possibility. The phone call coming out. They know where Adexi is. He gets hit by, I believe, a flash, or that may have been a fire extinguisher going off. And Dalton trying to lock down that flank. However, we see Scarves, who was attempting to plant. Lil Sack trying to provide coverage. Does not find the head of Snoozy, who picks that good kill. Now diffuser in the hands of Lil Sack. Adexi not even able to really make out these stairs quick or safe, as they are all gridlocked off. And Vexy playing the window. We have Dalton now providing coverage. Lil Sack hitting that diffuser down. And they're just going for a swing as Lil Sack's just going to continue on spraying. Up now to 4-1, hitting the diffuser down for his team. Right there, like I said, Lil Sack doing some things. Alright, Peanut Butter is being a little bit weird in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Saying he is betting it all on Pit Wrath winning this game and then winning the league right after. However, I do not blame him one bit. Pit Wrath have been absolutely fire.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
All right, flipping it down now to basement. We have seen WildBoyZ win this rotation once before. However, we've seen Pitt Wrath bring it back as well.
Wall reinforced.
Oh, sorry, I'm just reading something. With the basement setup, we're going to be seeing X-Map play for these blue stairs yet again. A Dexy, I'm hoping to see pull out a roam. However, this site usually tends to lean more into that kind of bunker down, hold and pray style. Two of the holy trinity of time denial. The only thing we're missing right now is the Tachanka. And I will be quite frank and honest with you. Obey or WildBoyZ, however you want to call them. I'm just going to keep calling them Obey for the rest of the night. I'm sorry. I know they're WildBoyZ. I know Brian may hate me for calling them Obey. But these guys are Obey in my hearts. But they just tend to, they tend to, like to avoid Tachankas. They like those fast fire rate, quick gunfight, quick ADS weapons. Looking upstairs, that is a back hatch coming open. Pitt Wrath, are they going for a backstab flank? They very well could be. As Scarves, hot drops, Dalton, hot drops. They make the plays forward. Bar's still sitting gold vault, ready for a swing around. There is really no rotate for these defenses yet. Dalton eats a Pokeball to the mouth. However, he is trying to find an angle onto Bars. That's a hot drop, though. Another one comes in. They're trying to take full control. And it is Vexy playing as the Ying, eating just bullet after bullet out of that TCSG. Snoozy able to find Easton. Little sack there for Snoozy, though. Flashbangs coming in. Scarf's going down to a Dexy. That is the Warden making his debut into this round. And there goes Boris, missing the impact. A Dexy being sprayed down by Vexy. And here comes Eugens, trying to make his swing now through vault side lobby. Just missing as Vexy pulls himself to a 3K. One more closes it out, but X-Map is there to shut him down. Oh, we got Mr. Pickles in chat. What's up, Pickles? So, will Obey fall victim to a 4-2 split for this map? Now, yes, this, again, 50-50 map. But I will honestly say I almost see this as more attacker-sided. For the simple fact being of the ACOG long angle holds that you almost have to make. 95% of this map is just a long hallway or a wide open room. Where do ACOGs excel? At those distances. Anything really over 10 meters, even 15 meters, you tend to see an ACOG pull that advancement, get you that little bit of magnification to help just punch him in the mouth with a couple rounds.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
So
can.
maybe it's just the ACOG abuse that we're seeing, but we do know, looking at Obey's last defensive setups, like on that last map, it looks like they almost, prefer their defenses. Pitt Wrath in a good realm of possibility to pull this map too. Drone work is going down. Let's see the setup. So a little bit of extendo, a little bit of upstairs play, I believe. That is Eugens I see up there. Hopefully they intend to stick off site. And we do see the archives over extension coming. Now this archives, I believe that's more of a teller, whatever you want to call it, is one of the best extensions to hold in the game with this castle. However, you tend to almost see more, play towards the marble stairs with it. If you can lock open the wall from that little back archives office side, looks pretty good.
Up and running.
Rounds ripping all over the place. We do have barbed wire coming out. Let's look at this attack, though. What I'm interested in is the ram. You know, her stack up ability with this Flores should honestly be perfect. We do have Vexy sneaking his way through already with Ash. Ooh, look at Easton though. 0-5 right now. He is chilling lone off his side with the Maverick. If he burns his holes here, he may be able to open up some long angle, not one-way head holes, but honestly, burn them small enough, you won't even take a round. Although, saying that, we do know that these guys are good enough shots that a head hole really shouldn't matter all that much. Maverick burning himself in, cementing the spot. And do we see a prep swing there from Snoozy? Yes, we do. He heard it. I don't think he knows the exact location of it. But they've got to get rid of his shield. Attempting to spray through, Easton wants to make this push. That is, I believe, Bars, who's chilling there. Teller's off his side, locked in behind a filing cabinet. Really no safe way out. Easton puts himself into some cover. We all know the situation going on here. Flipping up to the ramp. She's got the floor coming open. Vexy making his way up now into elevator hall. Vertical play is being made up above. Are they able to get into where we see Bars hiding at? I mean, he has the angle. The call has got to be getting made to his teammates. And Scarf's just not really able to find him. And if he lets them get away here, this could be very bad. Vexy now has people coming from the other direction to help push him out. And Bars will be gunned down through the wall. Over comes the Warden as flashbangs smack him in the face. Doesn't really matter much. Because, I mean, what do you expect? He's a Warden. Flashbang him, I dare you. Lil Sack, though, making the jump in on this Azami. Playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie. Dexy is the best at that game. Shotgun for Scarfs as Snoozy moves up. Eugen's finding Easton. And we see a full lock-in from the Obey team as Dalton gets gunned down from below to go 3-3 in an almost flawless round victory for Obey. Peanut Butter says, I promise y'all Lil Sack will have a beautiful performance tonight. Well, map 1, he pulled a couple of good rounds and then burned out. Map 2, he pulled a couple of good rounds. We just have to hope and pray he don't burn out again. The Mira and Ace gone. Expect the Hibana and maybe a zombie. I'm hoping to see some good performance though. Kaid now off board to match the Mira. I mean, I like the Kaid ban. He helps with that basement hold. You get rid of the Mira. Getting her off board makes just life easier in, well, every definition of the word.
Attackers need to locate
But you
and
do
defuse
lose
as
your
many
Ace and
bombs as they
Hibana,
can.
meaning no long-range hard breach. And it looks like that may have been something Pitt Wrath was thinking about. I mean, that was definitely intentional. However, this map also plays very heavy into the Hibana appeal. She's one of the best operators for playing the hatches, getting everything open for the basement holds. Sure, you still have can openers, which will do the same job, but Hibana is just that much better at it. Why dedicate, you know, all those flashbangs and everything into it? Yes, you quote-unquote would lose an operator. That Type 89 does work. The SMG is still very solid, and you have utility on the side hip to go with her. You don't lose that many flashbangs or that many claymores or even some other hard breach utility. Easton setting up the vault cams outside. Actually pops his own windows, which eliminates a sound cue for them. Now, 3-3 against Obey. Not something you really want to be into. I mean, Obey is a very, very scary team. Whenever you let them get some footing, they did pull 2 rounds in a row there, but they may have burned out a little bit early, depending on what Pitt Wrath is able to do with the momentum of this game. Already, though, we do see a Dexy make an entry through electrical room. Pitt has a decent setup here, aggressive setup at that. Only time can really tell. And Bar's trying to make these swings. I mean, I love a decent Blackbeard play. But little Sack is there to shut Eugen's down. X-Map now trying to play for a window repel. Bar's eating, I believe, a C4 from down below. X-Map hits the repel in. Could be gunned down. Bar's finished from down below. Snoozy will find Easton. Scarf's eating a ton of damage, but managing to stay upright. And X-Map maybe trying to make the play here for this main door. However, they need Snoozy to get down below and start ripping out these mutes. As Snoozy is shut down by Vexy. A swing from outside the window by X-Map, who does get rid of the mute all on his own. Wall coming open now. 2v4 situation. Obey down on bodies. Tied up in rounds. And Scarfs, though, extremely low. Looking for that window play. He wants to find X-Map. However, X-Map already trying to gun in. There's little Sack getting one. Full committing to the swing to find a Dexy, but a Dexy gets him as Vexy's there for the re on his team. We see Pitt Wrath stop the momentum chain, pick up one of their first defensive rounds. You just got to do that 3 more times, and you walk out of here with map 2 and send us into the 3rd. All while being said, Easton is currently 0-7. The man has yet to even land a couple bullets into somebody, and they are managing to keep him up alive, or the team up and alive, against one of the best teams in the competitive arena right now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Well, 45.
Sorry, just getting a quick update on my aunt. Back into this game. Now, Pitt Wrath pulling their downstairs hold. They do have the vertical upstairs. Dalton going to be bringing out the Goya. That'll be a good time buyer, area denier, shutting down any sort of quick plant. Exactly what you need in this situation. The only thing that may go better may be a smoke. Easton has his SMG out. We see Scarfs with his shotgun. I'm expecting one of these two to maybe be the ones to play that blue stair side. Looks like it could be Scarfs as he's running over. No, he's still setting up mutes. They are still setting up. And who is that we see in sewers? That is just Boris pushing through with the Blackbeard. Honestly, I expected a faster hit than that. And they have nobody playing for those blue stairs. Instead of letting them have that room. Snoozy is up there with the Twitch. And this is a Goyo's worst nightmare. She can just get in there, make you nothing more than a gun. And that is what she's attempting to do. However, Tuberow's there to get rid of one of the drones. They've got mutes set up for the rest. Bar's clearing blue with his face. Just check everything. And now here comes the vertical. Can openers going out from a Dexy. All the hatches are popping open. And I mean, we are expecting Vexy to be shutting these down. However, he takes a DMR round. At least keeps the back one closed. Not enough time. C4 goes up though. Almost finds Eugen's. Dalton now, he is hitting that flank on his lonesome. If he goes and takes this top square, denies that play down blue stairs, he could be in one of the best positions of this game. Instead, he is buying time, waiting on these marble stairs, hoping to maybe hit him in a flank when they go for execute. Honestly, in my opinion, deny it while you can. Play that verticality. And Vexy just begging somebody to be dumb enough to try and peek their head up over. Lil Sack ripping Boris apart. There goes your Blackbeard. Scarf's now chilling bottom main stairs. Easton ready with his C4, hoping to deny a plant wherever it comes from. Lil Sack taking some more damage, still making the smart play to commit to these swings. Dalton goes over for main stairs, taking down X-Map. And now you see a little bit of maybe a scuffle as these attackers now move themselves into sight. Dexy will find Vexy. Eugen's walking up, takes an easy shot on the Lil Sack. Easton wasn't ready. Eugen's just goes in for 2, looking for number 3 as Scarfs is right there. And, ooh, little shotgun coming out. Scarfs is up and close. Shotgun in behind, takes him down. Dalton now left into the 1v. Adexi trying to hold his angle, knows where Dalton's at, drops himself for sight. Everybody is downstairs, and now they're just playing their own hatch game against them, except Dalton only has 40 seconds to make some sort of forward play. For some reason, throws the impact up. Must have been a Nomad. We just can't hear it. And here comes Eugen saying, hey, I got some kills. I want some more. Running up, finding the head of Dalton, and Obey pulls it back 4-4. E-Pip says Stompin was 0-7 versus Falcons once upon a time, too. Easton's not stomping. I don't want to break the guy's confidence, but he ain't stomping. Yeah. Huh. Excuse me. E-Pip is cheering this man on, and I'm here for it. He's doing good. Easton just needs to maybe pull a couple more kills in his favor. Don't squander this opportunity with a bad game.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
This is
bombs.
semifinals. You will be eliminated. This is where you punch your ticket and move yourselves up. And right now, it is all really on the shoulders of Vexy, Lil Sack, Scarfs, even Dalton, as Easton seems to have checked out of his monitor. I'm not talking any smack. This is just me hoping to motivate the young fella when he comes back to rewatch this. Next season, you will be locked in. You will be top fragger for both maps because you only need 2, Easton. Don't even need a 3rd map for you. I'm telling you, next season is yours. You're golden. This season, though, Obey seems to be putting up some absolute firework. Hoping and praying that we can see a Pit Wrath win on this map so we can go to number 3. I'm all about it. Remember, map 3 tonight. Ooh, it should be a good one. Let me just scroll up and see where I can find what she is.
Loading new mag. Desiccate on.
Map 3 tonight would be Border. And Border, I mean, it plays so similar to both maps that we've seen so far, so neither side should be full gung-ho with advantage. Let's flip through though. Eugen's already 2nd floor hallway making clear. Adexi top square making sure he's clear. There is no current roam. However, Vexy does still have both drones up. I don't know where he's going to play with the other one at. Lil Sack going down first, pick into the favor of Snoozy. Moving it forward. They do have their Aruni gates still. Long angle attempt there from Scarfs, making sure he can find whatever heads he can get. I'm really hoping to see one of these Scopo spots. Never mind, it's not off site. I just want to say I was hoping to see a Scopo spot be off site. Give Vexy that ability to pull up and flank as needed. But no, it is down there with them. Not even really set up to be much of a shield. And now comes server room flying open. Susie down there to help assist. They do not have the Goyo on board to deny the time. And plant may go down here as Bars comes rolling forward with the shield. Dalton eats a ton of damage. No C4s on board. And expect a Bars plant, honestly. He's just telling him, hey, you need to get rid of this and I'll move up. There it goes. Eugens finds a frag onto Vexy. Bars gets in there for the plant. Scarf's now rotating down. Dalton rotating up. Trading positions. A little bit of just hot potato with them. X-Map now holding still for the vert. Has himself shoulder tucked. And Scarfs needs to make the play down here onto Bars. Laying some damage. Finds that one. Trying to tap fire, but Dexy's right there. And we see them win this one as Obey pulls 2 rounds in a row. Pulling up now 5-4. Obey is sitting there thinking, man, we only got to win 2 more rounds to put this game away. We're on the verge of a grand finals, about to pull up out of semis. The prize pool just out of reach. One more team blocking the way. You just got to beat Pitt Wrath. All Pitt Wrath can think right now, if I'm in their team, if I'm in their coaching room, I'm saying you guys just played against the best of the best. You guys push further than 95% of the teams in the competitive, community that we have here. This competitive series that we've been playing. You guys have been doing God's work moving forward. Don't sweat a loss. Accept it. Learn from it. Use some VODs. Hit the aim labs. Next season, take home the win. You got the chemistry. You got the team. Build around it. Don't even pull any parts. Just reinforce what you've built. Obey have been giants of the community for so long. I'm not counting Pitt Wrath out yet, though, because they can still bring this map and put us into map 3. At least that's what we're hoping.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
For the setup now, it is coming upstairs. We do have a castle on board. They have had a couple of struggling sites. Let's hope that this one they're able to lock it down and lock it in. Even pulling as many rounds as they do against Obey should be a feat in and of itself. But to pull maps, to pull a semi-finals, the rug out from under them, would just be that kind of one more just strong selling point to this team. I mean, I'm sold. These dudes are the greatest. No doubt about it.
Wall secured.
Are we gonna see an aggressive little sack play? Did the peck top from Jeff just turn him into an entirely new player? Oh man, it didn't. He's dropping back. I was hoping to see him try and play aggressive in that top square. Leave yourself exposed to every gunfight they want to throw at you, because you got the big balls. You can win. Adexi already coming in, had that top square control. I mean, just sprints in for it. And they don't even care about what kind of setup this is. They are just taking map control. Moving through. Eugen's shooting the C4 out of the air. Clay Pigeon up and out. There's a Dexy trying to fight little Sack, who just slams one into his teeth. Down he goes. You lose your Ram. Not that you need much of a vertical operator here, but she's a great soft breacher for taking these walls open. Little Sack, though, taken down from that top square play. And now he's just begging for his team. Hey, come help me. Dalton is in position, though, for a revive. Letting Sack crawl through. Back to safety. There goes Dalton. There goes Vexy. Little Sack still up, but down. Scarves gets a C4. Bars finishing a kill now. 2v3. And the execute is now pushing forward. We're going to flip over here to Eugens, who is in sight, finding Easton. One last player up at his Scarves, holding these top marble stairs. Doesn't know about the ash behind him, but hits a flick. 360 and no scope on it to find that kill. X-Map getting the diffuser down. Case is there. They've got live pings at least where Boris is. X-Map playing kind of close in for this janitor doorway. And Scarfs really does not have a whole lot of options at his disposal here. Swing to the fights that you know. He comes in. Playing ring around the rosy with X-Map. Just trading rounds out to him. But Boris is holding the lobby. Has the crosser. X-Map swings out. Takes some damage. Scarfs does not have a whole lot of plays to make. And Boris just going to boop him down with one bullet. We go in now to game point. Night point. Finals point. This is it. Obey. Punch that ticket. Or will Wrath make the absolute comeback here, pull the rounds they need, take this map to OT, take the next map on, and send us into just some unforeseen territory? I mean, none of these guys on Pitt Wrath are rookies. These guys are all pretty well battle-hardened. Z Dalton games have been around since 1992. But, I mean, the team is still on that relative new phase. Pitt Wrath, not somebody you expect to be playing at the D1 level, let alone playing this good at the D1 level. That is not a slight against them. That is the just voice of the community saying, are we witnessing greatness come to life? Is this greatness in fruition? It could be. The fruit of all their hard work now is about ready to come to bear. Pitt Wrath just needs to play this one out, win this map out, take on map 3, win that one, and then they get to see 907 at the end of the tunnel. Now, vertical extension once again setting up. They did just lose this play. Let's see what difference they can do with it now. They are focusing very heavy on that drone removal. As we can see Easton here, just hunting for him. Little sack, what was that? Vexy playing this hard roam now down here for basement side. It looks like it's going to be another top 4 fast execute as Eugens is already trying to get in there and active. Scared of his stalks room. C4 just missing by a millimeter from Lil Sack, but doesn't even phase Eugens. He doesn't take a drop of damage. Vexy now coming out of basement. Bars trying to play these long window angles, and Eugens giving the pings out of, hey, that was this beeper here. There's somebody on our roam. Somebody playing up behind. Lil Sack finding the pick onto a Dexy, shutting down one of the top fraggers of the Obey team. Vexy finding X-Map to take down another amazing utility player for them. And that was a great roam already from this Valkyrie. He's moving himself up already marble stairs, retaking control. And Eugens, though, able to take Lil Sack out, who is playing like a whole new man now, up to 10 and 8. Window play from Barst has got to be a major concern of theirs. Snoozy moving into stock without a sound cue. He is in there. Rounds, though, ripping out. They got to know he's close. Eugens playing that kind of top square side. And Easton just missing the shots. The Fenrir gadgets, they're coming to life. Activating, playing. We see Vexy coming back up now. Marble, but he didn't have his gun up. And Eugens finds him and punishes him for it. 3K on this round as he takes down Scarfs. Looking for the ace as he rotates himself in around sight, but Snoozy takes down Easton. Dalton now left to the 1v3. It is all on the line for the old head. Trying to swing around. Castle UMP gets the down onto Eugens. Has at least some control. And these attackers do not have diffuser in hand. Dalton being ripped through the wall just a little bit. Snoozy trying to pull the pistol to make the play here. Dalton very scared of what's to come. And that's a wild swing from Snoozy, but one that lands and puts Obey into grand finals now. 7-4 victory in their favor. I gotta say, if they're here for Pitt Wrath, I understand the frustration and the sadness. They played beautifully on these maps, just not able to get in there and get it done against Obey. Obey, though, have been top dogs in this league for just generations. I mean, every game they play will feed families, dude. Just insane, stellar gameplay out of them. They now move on to face off against 907. It'll be the grand finals of a decade. I gotta say it. The grand finals of a decade. Two face of their orgs duking it out for the SXL crown. Everything to play for. The prize pool is looking pretty thick. And we are prepping out to roll it up. But that's going to be me signing off for the stream now. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it'll be our grand finals. Hopefully next week, maybe week after. And boy, do I have some good things lined up for that. But But thank you guys all for coming out, stopping in, showing some love and some support. It means the world to me. The SXL community absolutely loves when you guys all show up to watch these streams. It is just a big part of, what this gaming group is trying to do. They want Siege to appeal to the masses. They want to have as much community involvement as they can. It starts with you guys sticking around, hanging out in chat, coming out to watch the streams, screwing around in Discord for 30 minutes at a time. Just stop in when you got a chance to, talk for a little bit, let the community know we're still alive, we're still going. Siege matters, we matter, you guys matter. Save Siege. That's me. See you in the next one.